Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. I got two queens on the podcast and familiar faces, but before we get into all that, I definitely got to run through the bios. The first one I want to go through is Traci Thompson. She is the CEO of the Landlord Locker Room, founder and CEO of C.A.S.H, which we're talking about today. Stands out as a visionary leader at the intersection of real estate, community advocacy, and stakeholder empowerment. Empowerment. As a native of West Philadelphia, Traci's rich background encompasses leadership roles in office administration, project management, and strategic business planning. She earned a bachelor's degree in communications from Temple University, later becoming a certified life coach and volunteer landlord-tenant mediator, underscoring her dedication to resolving housing-related issues. She aims to drive positive change towards a more equitable, affordable housing landscape. She is dedicated to making education, resources, and support accessible to all stakeholders. Got it right this time. Fostering an environment of collective prosperity and ensuring the well-being of the affordable housing community and all its stakeholders. That is Traci Thompson, and my second queen on the podcast, Amanda Gleason-Mack. She is a Philadelphia native and has lived and worked in the greater Philadelphia area her whole life. She's a graduate of Chestnut Hill College, where she received a BS in sociology. And after spending 12 years in the hospitality industry and 8 years in HR, she found her calling in real estate. So combining with the real estate passion for helping others and her love of the architectural features of historical Philadelphia, her specialties also include property management, working with first-time home buyers and investors, and her focus is on educating her clients and her team. So ladies and gentlemen, I got with me today Traci and Amanda, who are also part of the greatest real estate brokerage alive, Super Realty Group.
Yes.
But ladies, thank you again for coming back on the podcast. But we're here to talk about C.A.S.H. So Traci, this is your baby, being the CEO and founder of C.A.S.H. Can you deep dive further into it? And then Amanda, if you could talk some more about it. But we're going to have some fun today. Traci, without further ado.
Okay. Well, C.A.S.H, first of all, stands for Community Advocates and Stakeholders in Housing. Okay. So what we are is an organization that focuses on the collaboration of stakeholders in affordable housing. So what we noticed, and especially in the city of Philadelphia, is everything is so polarizing. All the advocates for affordable housing are either on one side or another, and we don't see a lot of collaboration, which we feel is necessary to be able to establish sustainable solutions. That's a win-win-win for everyone. So that's our goal, that's our purpose, is really to pull those stakeholders together, find the commonalities, the things that we all are searching for and hoping for, and putting and facilitating activities so that we can accomplish them together.
Awesome. Amanda, what's your involvement with C.A.S.H as well?
So when Traci brought me into C.A.S.H, I immediately jumped on the idea of bringing these stakeholders together, allowing them to grow through education and, all the resources that C.A.S.H is offering. There's been such a division between all the different stakeholders in Philadelphia, especially between landlords and tenants. And the idea of bringing them together, allowing them to collaborate, and letting everybody know that they have a voice. It just was really inspiring to me. And I was like, yes, what can I do? How can I help?
Awesome. I love that. And why is there a need for this? I mean, I know that, of course, we do have a lot of support and programs for tenants, but why are you seeing the need for C.A.S.H on your end, Traci?
Well, just like that there's a lot of resources for C.A.S.H, you may also know that there's very limited amount of resources for landlords specifically. And in that case, it's kind of lopsided. I think, and I understand why there's been a lot of advocacy to kind of level the playing ground when it comes to landlords and tenants. However, I think that the big push has now created a hill and a valley when it comes to education, information, and support for both parties. Because this is an agreement, it's a relationship. So to support one party of the relationship without giving equal support to the other really creates what we have now, which is chaos, honestly, when it comes to landlord-tenant relationships and affordable housing and the availability of it. We have a lot of landlords who are looking to sell, trying to find other ways to diversify because it's becoming more and more difficult for them to thrive in this environment. So we really believe that this is going to help give them a seat at the table is what we're doing, giving them a voice in the issues and legislations that impact them.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And then Amanda, just to piggyback off of that, your hand was raised when you talked to Traci as far as how can I be support, how can I help? What are some things, folks can do, to get involved with CASH, or that the need is there for?
So there's a lot of different ways that folks can get involved. The first and foremost would be to join our mailing list so that they can stay abreast of what we're doing and how we're helping landlords, tenants, and other stakeholders come together. The second thing that we're looking for is donations. We are a nonprofit organization, and it takes money to do these initiatives. So we will be looking for donations. And lastly, volunteers. As we grow, as we offer these services, we need help. Traci and I can't do it alone. We have a small board, but we need the help to get it moving and keep it moving forward, to let it out there to the entire city and not just a select group.
Okay, lovely. And the two things for the donations and the volunteer, I want to start with the volunteer first. As far as volunteering, is it as just simple as just signing up on the mailing list, or is there somewhere directly a person must go to in order to volunteer?
I'll direct that question to Traci.
Okay. Well, on our website, which you can reach at C.A.S.H-Philly.org.
Okay.
On our website, we do have an option for you to join and to volunteer your services. So it's right on our website. We encourage everyone or anyone who's interested in participating. We have availability for counselors, landlord liaisons, administrative staff, customer service. We really are trying to provide these resources to landlords, tenants, homeowners, to the city in general, because housing is a very important, integral part of everyone's life. So it really impacts everyone. So we have, availability for all kinds of support, and they can join by going on our website.
Great, awesome. And then as far as donations as well, that could be made through the website also?
Yes, absolutely. And of course, all donations are 100% tax deductible.
Okay, all right, great. And then I don't think this question was asked when you were going over CASH. When was CASH started and founded? I mean, well, I know it was founded by you, Traci, but when did you actually get it started?
CASH has been around, I should say, or the concept has been around for over 2 years now. But it was launched in 2022. But we're just starting to get some ground and gain some traction now by attracting more people to get involved. So we're really starting. We had our first event in May, in which we offered information on basic home repairs, and ways to keep your home in tip-top shape, or to make repairs inexpensively. And we had that in West Philadelphia. It was a great turnout. We have some pictures on our website, by the way. But that was one of our efforts to bring stakeholders together and get some general information. We have some events coming up, and we'll be listing them on our website. Again, that website is www.cash-philly.org.
Great, awesome. And I'll definitely make sure the link is in the description, along with both of y'all's past interviews. Amanda, with your hand raised as far as supporting, the vision of CASH, where do you see it grow to? We're in the year 2024. 8 years from now will be 10 years in the making. Shoot, we can either bump it up a little bit to 2027, or it'll be 5 years in the making. Where are you foreseeing the vision of CASH and where it's going to be at?
I see it as being an integral part of the city of Philadelphia. I know Traci has this vision in mind, but I see us as really partnering with the city, with local advocates, with politicians, whatever is needed for us to grow this relationship, so that landlords and tenants and all stakeholders are able to be cohesive and have relationships rather than, this division. Traci, I'm sure you have more to add to that.
Yeah, please, Tracy, what do you foresee in the vision of C.A.S.H?
No, I agree, and Amanda is right on point. We're hoping to collaborate and be an integral part. There's one of our programs that we're really excited about, and it's called the Tenant Repair Remediation Program. And it's similar to the eviction diversion program, which just became permanent in the city of Philadelphia, which gives landlords an option to eviction to be able to work out an agreement or an arrangement with the tenant without having to file a court procedure or put any type of negative mark on the tenant's record. This program is a program that tenants can initiate if they're having repair issues with their landlord that would prevent the need for them to make a formal violation or go to the fair housing court to resolve. But a lot of times tenants are having some issues. It could be a communication breakdown between them and the landlord, and they're not able to get those repairs done as quickly as they would like. So this gives them the option. They can call us, and what we do is reach out to the landlord, because most of us are landlords and we can relate and understand, and also appreciate the fact that a lot of tenants would prefer to work out things as opposed to, cause a violation on the home that they live in, which can have some negative impacts on them as well. So this option is new. There's no other option right now for tenants outside of going to licensing and inspections or the fair housing court. So this gives them that chance to salvage the relationship between the landlord and tenant. Okay, it allows them a chance to be able to build that communication, because you'll have a neutral mediator who will be helping to resolve that repair issue, and then helping you guys develop a better rapport or communication for the future.
Well, the impact that you're just doing right now, and this is why I had agreed to doing the podcast, because you're making something historical that the city has not seen before. You talked about the website. Is there a phone number, folks can pretty much just call today? I know some of us, still maybe old school, where they like to pick up a phone, not so much use a rotary phone, but their cell phone for reaching out. But is there a phone number that folks can call to get in contact?
There is, and that number is 1-833-941-CASH. That's 1-833-941-CASH.
Great. And I'll make sure, again, this is going to be in the description as well. As far as the services, we talked a little bit about the programs that you offered. What type of services does C.A.S.H offer? And I'll start with you, Amanda.
So one of the things that I'm most excited about is the educational services that we're going to be offering, housing education and access to different resources. That for me is one of my favorite parts, because I like teaching people what I already know. It's just like a favorite of mine. We want to be a housing resource hub, so helping them navigate, basic system repair grants, the rental improvement funds, and other PHDC programs that people don't know about, that aren't aware. So we're going to be this major hub for people to come to find out anything that they might need about repairs or how to get financing to help them with things like that, as well as help with navigating the voucher programs and affordable housing. A lot of landlords don't know how to navigate those programs, and so they're less likely to offer them to tenants. And there's a staggering number of tenants who have vouchers who just can't find homes.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Tracy, anything to add?
Also, one of our goals is to increase community advocacy in general. Okay, especially for landlords who usually don't live in the neighborhoods that they invest in. So we provide and facilitate that connection between them and their communities that they invest in, as far as cleanup efforts, connecting them with block captains. We provide homeowners, tenants, and landlords with civic information for their neighborhoods. So it will be the local legislators, ward leaders, where the local police district is, and community information. We provide all that as well. And then generally, we're trying to provide or promote a feel-good feeling for the city. working together, collaborating. I know that the new mayor is really big on one Philly, one city, collaborating efforts to better the city. So in that same vein, we're looking to collaborate to improve the housing conditions across the city. Now
Wow.
that was one, and one of the other, and Amanda talked a lot about the education, but we also are helping landlords with the eviction diversion program as well. And now that that's a permanent part of the eviction process, now a lot of landlords who weren't familiar really need to get familiar with that program and the process. So we also help them with that.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. I love that. And then the word of the day that I had fumbled on during the bio, stakeholder. What is a stakeholder for the audience? Traci?
Okay. A stakeholder would be anyone who is impacted by or has influence in or interest in affordable housing. So that would include community organizations, schools, developers, real estate professionals, legislators, landlords, tenants, health organizations, because we do understand, and it's very prominent now, that good housing equals good health, or it promotes good health. So stakeholders in affordable housing really runs the gamut, and we are looking to provide resources and support for all of them.
Okay, great, awesome. And then Amanda, I got a question for you because I just always love your energy. That's why I joined Super Realty Group. But to add on to that, volunteer, we talked about, as far as folks, wanting to volunteer, ideally though, what does that volunteer look like? What is going through their brain? Because I know some folks will, look at negatively like, oh, maybe I just don't have enough time. I got a full-time job. I'm also doing real estate. So ideally, what type of volunteers are you looking for, Amanda, for C.A.S.H?
So ideally, we would be looking for somebody who has a background in real estate or as a landlord, might be a volunteer for part of the organization, but we're looking for different types of volunteers to do different jobs. So social media. So you don't have to be, you don't have to know about real estate to volunteer to help us out with our social media page. So we are looking for a number of different skill sets. Is as far as why somebody would want to volunteer, I think that anybody who understands how important the need is for stable housing in the city can see that them volunteering is going to be impactful. I mean, Traci touched on how important stable housing is, how it can really change everything in the dynamics, like from reducing violence to, school, so grades in school, like a child who has a stable home is going to have better grades in school and therefore become a better and more productive adult. So there's so many different ways and reasons why we need stable and affordable housing that I think just about anybody can see why they would want to be involved.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Amanda. And then I got a couple more questions for you ladies and a little switch. Of course, it has to be about Super Realty Group. Traci, and I'll start with you. Why did you join one of the greatest, actually the greatest brokerage out in Philadelphia? And Amanda, be prepared because I'm going to ask you the same question. But Traci, if you can, why did you join Super Realty Group?
I joined Super Realty Group because I felt aligned with the mission. Super Realty Group also is a community-based and focused organization. And our broker is very involved in the community, and he's a visionary and always looking for ways to improve the landscape and to help others. And as you can see, I'm similar in that way. And our broker really inspires me. So it fit. It was a great fit. So I'm excited about it. I'm always sharing and discussing ideas with our broker to see ways that we can collaborate, make a bigger impact. So again, like the energy you said, it's great energy, it's great vibes and great people. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Awesome, love that. And Amanda, why did you join Super Realty Group?
So, Dan, I think you know this answer already, but I'll say it anyway. So I did things a little bit backwards. I joined the agency because I was friends with the broker, and I saw what he was seeing in the vision for growth, and then I became a real estate agent. So I kind of went backwards. He motivated me to grow and move into this role, and I think I can safely say excel at this role. So the inspiration that our fearless leader, Super Dave, has instilled in me has allowed me to get to where I am right now, helping to grow the largest non-franchise Black-owned brokerage in the city of Philadelphia, Delaware County, and soon to be Columbia, South Carolina.
That's
So
right.
we just became official today.
Love it. Always something to celebrate. Always something to celebrate here. So that's why I love it even more. Excuse me. Before I let you go, can I get not so much contact information for the C.A.S.H website, but please drop it again. But how can folks get in contact with either of you? And Tracy, you could start, of course, with the website and your contact info.
Great. So the website again is www.cash-philly.org. And you can email us either at a Gmail email, or you can email us on the website. The website is info@cash-philly.org, or you can reach us at cashphilly76@gmail.com.
Very awesome. And Amanda, where can folks find you at on social media or get in contact with you?
So they can find C.A.S.H on our Instagram page at C.A.S.H_stakeholders in housing, or on Facebook at C.A.S.H stakeholders in housing. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at Amanda Rocks Real Estate. Or they can email me at amandarocksrealestate@gmail.com. So that's Amanda Rocks, ROCKS realestate@gmail.com.
Awesome. Love it. And ladies, before I let you go today, any parting words or advice for the audience?
There's one thing that I'd like to mention that I didn't before, and it's also one of our great initiatives, and I'm hoping that everyone will decide to join in. And one of our initiatives is called Community Conversations. And they will be open discussions and panel discussions on relative housing issues, open to all stakeholders, which would include you, Dan, and homeowners, those who are seeking or may consider selling, investing, or purchasing real estate. And they are open conversations. We're trying to create a dialogue among stakeholders, a better understanding, and a rapport. And when you do that, then you have a foundation for working together and collaborating on something sustainable. So we're going to have them open. We're going to be posting them on social media and on our website. And we're inviting all stakeholders, which is virtually everyone, to get involved in the conversation. So we hope you do that as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And Amanda, any parting words for the audience?
All right. So my gem is, if you think you don't have a voice, this is the organization for you. If you think you're lacking a voice or you need a voice in your community, this is the organization for you. If you're not sure if you should join or volunteer, volunteer, because we have something for everybody. And I feel like we're fulfilling such need.
Absolutely.
Love it. Well, ladies, thank you again so much for being on the podcast once again. And then, of course, always looking to have you come back on.
Oh, Dan, it's always
Thank you so much. Yes, always a pleasure, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the RNG Radio Show. Be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes and future content. If you'd like to learn more, visit us at danielumstead.com. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires.